Good morning, ladies. I hope you're all having a good day. I am here in my happy place, one of my happy places. So I hope you're all having good days, staying safe, good mornings this morning, and all the good stuff. So I am now 4 spools. So if any of you have more that you're working on, let us know. That goes till tomorrow. I can't believe it's going to be April 30th tomorrow. It seems like April 952th, but here we are. So good morning. How we're going to do this is you can either comment when you get your spools in. We'll do it midnight, April 30th for you, and it's on the honor system, so it's all good. So we'll go April 30th, and you can either comment on here, you can email the shop, plaidsheepcompany@gmail.com. Whatever way works for you, you can call the store. We'll kind of give you a week to get your numbers in. And then we'll go from there, because we know that sometimes technology is an issue for us, so we need some help, and we're waiting on someone to help us, and so there we go. So we'll do that. So you have till tomorrow midnight to get your spools in here. However you want to let us know your number, we'll just keep it open for a week, and then we'll decide what we're going to do from there. Okay? Happy mail today. Lots and lots of happy mail today. I like happy mail. I'd rather get happy mail than a bill in the mail. So here we are. Okay, this one is from Oscar Wilde. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterwards. And boy, don't we know that right now. I feel like some of us feel like we're really being tested. And I always thought I was a pretty patient person, and I just am not as patient as I think that I am. So there you go. Things on sale. Layer cakes are on sale. That sale will go till tomorrow, till we're at the store. So tomorrow that will be done. So those are $32.99. They're on the website. Other things that are on sale on the website are the 30s fabrics. Those are still on sale. I know some of you are making masks, and I'm going to guess you're going to be inundated with more mask making, with things opening and places asking that you wear masks. So if you haven't been making masks or wearing masks before, you may have to now, and that may like ramp up what you're doing. I know some of you are doing it for free. Some of you are doing it to try to supplement your incomes. And I don't judge anybody for whatever you do, because you know you have to do what you have to do. But bless you guys for taking your talents and using them to help other people. That is just wonderful, wonderful. The flannels are still on sale as well, so they're there. Grab those if you're looking to make something for our little guys coming or little guys that are here. Either way, whichever you want to do. Today, what I want to do with you is a trick. And my great trick is going to be that I left my pattern downstairs, but I will grab another one from my pattern drawer, and we will make this one work. Okay. Actually, I put it away. I was ahead of myself. Sometimes there are those of us who only piece things. We only do like quilts and things like that. And this maybe is not going to be so much a trick that you're going to want to use. But those of us who do any kind of, if you have to do dollies for somebody, or little small things that you are like having trouble because they're so little sewing them, this is a trick that I learned when I first started working at the store. And I think it's absolutely fabulous. It's a wonderful trick. So when I used it last, because I think sometimes you're like, well, when would I use that? I don't know if any of you saw the little sheep that I make that have little, like they have a little head and they have little ears. They're like a little stuffed sheep. Well, I use this trick when I'm sewing these little heads. Okay, I do not cut these out. So this is my pattern that I use. Okay, I don't sit and cut 1/4 of an inch around this pattern and then try to sew these little fiddly diddlies together. No, I'm not doing it. So what I do, and I'll show you in other applications when I would use this too, is I will take something that's twice as big, whether it's 2 pieces, because I want a front and a back to this. So I would take 2 pieces. Like this is just a long piece that I'm going to fold into. So I could cut this in half. And it needs to be more than, like I need to have some room around the outside edge for sewing. I'll just pin this on to what I've got going here. I'll just show you how I do this. I just pin it right on there. And I make sure that I have littler pins too. Not as long. I think this one would work. And I just pin it in there. And then I sew with my sewing machine. I just sew right along the outside of that white line. And then, so it looks something like this. I don't know if you can see. I should have used white stitching. Maybe you can see kind of in the curve if I hold it funny where I stitched. Okay, then I would take a scissors and I would cut that 1/4 inch around, okay? Or 1/8 of an inch, whatever. I make my stitches littler too for this because I know I'm gonna turn it inside out. I cut a slit through the one piece and I turn it right side out and then I poke it out and this is what I have. So I'm not taking that little bitty thing and trying to finagle it around the needle with my big fat fingers. It's just, I don't need to do that. So I just take it like this and I stitch right around there and then I go from there. Another time that we often use this is when we're doing doll legs, doll arms, doll bodies. So I just drew a primitive rabbit for you, okay? And I know his leg down here is kind of fat. I think it got squashed somewhere and it's just swollen right now, so there you go. And you would just lay it like whatever fabric you wanted, whether it was muslin or whatever, and I thought I could almost see through it. If you hold it up to the light, you can see through there, and then you can just take a pencil and draw around there. And I'm getting my visitor too this morning, so be ready for her to make an appearance. Just with a pencil, I would just trace right onto the muslin. Then you can put another piece of muslin on the back of this, and then you can sew on that line, and then you have a cutout. You can leave an opening if you want to. You can cut a slit, however you want to do that part, and then just stuff it and then sew that slit shut. And maybe that didn't make sense. I'll try to explain it better. So instead of taking this and cutting this out and then putting this on the material and then cutting it out 2 more times, you just trace this onto your fabric. Cut right on the line and then you can cut it out. With those bunnies that we made that we were selling that kind of had the pinked edges, that's how I used it. I laid the pattern right on top. I did a pencil line around there. I used those friction pens that heat disappear. Then I sewed right on the black line because my old eyes could see that black line really well. I ironed it. I left a little opening so that I could stuff it. I pinked around the edge with my pinking shears. That's that scissors that gives you a wiggly, wavy Z line. And then I stuffed it, and then I put it back under the machine, and I sewed that little opening that I'd use for stuffing closed. So that's just a little trick that kind of helps you with things like that that you're doing. So there you go. That's a little hint, tip, trick that you're not cutting and cutting. You can just trace and start sewing right away. Someone asked yesterday about September retreat. So this is what we're going to do with all of the retreats for the year and probably until you hear something different. We have them penciled on the calendar. So like the one that was supposed to be in April, we scooched that to June. So you've all of you ladies that were in that retreat, I think I've contacted all of you. If I haven't, I've totally blown it. So that one is June. It's the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after Father's Day. So I want to say it's like the 20, maybe like the 3rd, 24th, 25th. I'm not sure. It's somewhere in there. It's that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Instead of Sunday through Wednesday, we're going Monday through Thursday. That is there. If you're not comfortable coming because of things that are going on in the world, all you need to say is, I'm not coming. There is no judgment. There is no anything done with the money that you have deposited. You can ask for a refund for that. You can roll it over to another retreat that you're coming. You could do it as store credit. Whatever you want, we'll make it right with you. So don't worry about that. And the same way with September and December. Like, we're right now planning to have it. However, if things come along and we can't, well, then we can't. We're big girls and we're just going to deal with it. We're going to pull up our big girl panties and off we go. We're just going to make it work. So if you're on for any of those, no, that's just our policy. Like, you know, let's say that something happens in your family and you can't make it because you have some kind of family emergency or health something that you have going on, or somebody that you're close to needs your help and you can't make it. anytime that happens for you, we understand life comes along. It comes at us hard sometimes and in multiples. So if you can't make it to retreat, but you've paid money down, we'll either refund you your money that you've gotten, that you have coming to you, or you can roll it over, whatever you want to do there. So that's how those are standing for us. Another question that somebody asked, I'm trying to think what it was though. It's gone, I think. So if you have questions like that come up, just let us know. We want to try to help you through whatever. With getting money back, I kind of do ask that you kind of let us know as soon as you can. We kind of have a 24-hour thing that we're flexible with. The hotel kind of works with us with those things too. And I understand that sometimes things happen and not on your 24-hour schedule. So we try to be flexible and know that things like that happen too. So we're going to be at the store tomorrow from 10 to 1. So if you have any questions or concerns, things that you want to know about, I know we've shipped some things and it seems like the local things that we're shipping take way longer to get than the things that we send to Montana, Arizona. So I don't know why that is. It should be the other way, but it is that way. So with shipping things like that, just bear with us and we'll try to make that right with YouTube. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope that you're staying safe. I had a beautiful start to my morning this morning. I got to have coffee out on my porch. So it was a little windy, but it was beautiful. So I'm very thankful that I got to spend some time on my porch. I know I haven't been saying what I'm thankful for the last while, but I really am thankful. I'm thankful for flowers that bloom and things I can smell and birds I can hear. And, you know, I'm getting to the place where I'm even thankful for weeds right now. I am. I have to say, though, I do have my spring cleaning done. And just to keep life in perspective, I was pulling weeds the other day outside, and my neighbor lady who she doesn't say she has cancer. She says she had cancer. She has, I believe, 6 more radiation treatments that she's going to do, and her hair is starting to come back. So she's been through a lot already as a person personally, and then health-wise as well. But anyway, I was just saying how my hair is so long, I have to have Amy cut it again, which she cut it last night. But anyway, and her hair is just starting to come back. And so it's maybe, I don't know, a ½ inch long, maybe an inch long. And she said, well, she's like, that's nothing I have to worry about. So here's the good part of life. If your hair is growing long and it's shaggy, well, you have hair. So sometimes in life, it's not always how we want it to be, but I think if we can change our perspective a little bit and be like, well, I have hair. You know, when your house is dirty, well, you have a house. When you have to feed your family, well, you have a family. It's kind of how we look at life, and we need to be grateful with how good we have it. Even when we don't think we do have it very good. So, all right, ladies, that's the end of the sermon for the day. So I hope you have a good one. I hope you're busy doing things that you really enjoy doing, and that you're staying safe. May is Mental Health Month, and my daughter used to work with a lot of mental health things. So I'm very well aware that May 1st, the first thing she has you do for good mental health is take a walk. So, hey, maybe you want to get ahead. Go outside if it's not raining at your house and take a little walk. Get some of that vitamin D outside and that good air in your lungs. So have a good day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.